Hello, this video is another one from sickmaths.co.uk, where you can find lots of free GCSE and A-level maths videos. This video is about angles in triangles. So generally, what do angles in triangles add up to, as well as what happens in different types of triangles, like right angle triangles, isosceles triangles, equilateral triangles. Then I'm going to talk very briefly about angles on a straight line. What does that mean? And blah blah. Now you have to figure out what blah blah means. It's something to do with this. Now, let's talk about angles in triangles first. Angles in triangles should always add up to 180 degrees. So I've got A plus B plus C. Those are the angles in a random triangle. They always add up to 180 degrees. Then we've got something called a right angled triangle, which means it's got a 90 degree in it. A right angle is 90 degrees, and the way you draw a right angle is a squared angle rather than a rounded angle. Yeah, so that's what that signifies 90 degrees, or a right angle, and that is a right angle triangle because it's got a right angle or 90 degrees in it. Then you've got isosceles triangle and isosceles triangle, which means there are two lengths and two angles the same. Now, they'll usually tell you which two lengths are the same by doing this dash through the lines. So this dash and this dash means that this side and this side are equal in length, okay, which means this angle and this angle are equal. Now you can see I put a double line through the angles. That's one way of saying this angle is equal to that angle. But you could have single angles and it could still mean that those two angles are the same. Now, how would you know which two angles are the same given that you know which sides are the same? Well, if you got two sides, like in this example, that are the same, then they both touch a certain corner, don't they? This side and this side touch this corner. Now on the opposite two corners, those two angles will be the same. So that's how you check which two angles are the same in an isosceles triangle, if they don't tell you already. Then you've got an equilateral triangle, which means all the sides and all the angles are the same. And instead of using a single dash, we're using a double dash. So this side is equal to that side in length, which is also equal to that. So all three sides have equal length, and all angles are equal. Now, if angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees, like it says here, then if they're all equal angles, three equal angles, you simply do 180 divided by 3, which is 60. So that means this angle and this angle and this angle are all 60 degrees. Right, let's talk about angles in a straight line, on a straight line I should say. If you have a straight line, okay, and you make an angle on it, that's obviously half a turn, and half a turn is 180 degrees. Now if I cut that half turn into two pieces, the two pieces should of course still add up to 180 degrees. So basically, angles on a straight line should add up to 180 degrees. So if you got a straight line and you make an angle coming off that straight line, those two angles would add up to 180 degrees. You could actually have as many angles as you want. So if from the same point I make more straight lines coming out, those angles together on the straight line here, this is supposed to be a straight line, should add up to 180 degrees. Now, this is the blah blah bit. If you have a full turn cut up into a number of angles, all those angles should add up to 360 degrees, because a full turn is 360 degrees, and the fact that you cut up into pieces doesn't change that. It just means those pieces all together add up to 360 degrees. And that's all. This is just about really basic stuff like notation. This means that's the same length, and angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees, and a few other basic things.